Hello, my friend Terry Petrovic here. I have a question for you today. How are you doing when it comes to truly understanding the fears that you have, the struggles that you have, and the success that you do or do not have? Why is it that some people struggle all the time and don't seem to go nowhere? Well, I think these people, you might know somebody like this, typically focus on looking backwards. They look and they think and replay the challenges that they've had in the past, the struggles that they've had in the past, their inadequacies of the past. And if you know somebody like this, or if it's yourself, I want you to focus on looking forward. Focus on looking at the person that you want to become. Focus on becoming the person that you want to become. And understand this is it's as real as it can be. Your habits are the key to everything. Your habits are the key to everything. You know, I often I've taught seminars on your identity statement. How do you craft an identity statement that has the ideal you with all the skills, traits, the characteristics, the values that you'd want to be? It's you wave the magic wand and you are the ideal you. And today you're a long way from that person. And that's an exercise in the video for another day. But if you can craft an ideal you, and when you run across a struggle, ask yourself this empowering question. How would the person I want to become do the things I need to do? How would the person I want to become do the things I need to do? Because in today's body, you would do the same thing. However, if you had ideal leadership skills, communication skills, recruiting skills, money management skills, time management skills, at the ideal levels, you would show up and answer that question totally differently. I believe the number one thing that you can do to change your stars, to change your future, to change your quality of life is do what Napoleon Hill says to do in his book, Think and Grow Rich. Now, oftentimes, just that first word, think, people just don't think. I heard a quote the other day that says, read less and think more. I interviewed Mark Januszewski, who actually studied directly under W. Clement Stone, who worked very closely with Napoleon Hill on Think and Grow Rich. I wrote a book called The Master Keys of Success. And it's one of the things he said in there is you really need to think more. And that's really important for you to, if you're building an online business, you know, we're all about the latest, greatest Facebook marketing technologies or YouTube or LinkedIn or whatever strategy you're using. And it's like we're always learning and going and going and going and going, but we don't typically, and I know this is true for me, slow down enough. And I've started getting into the habit of slowing down and thinking more. But understand what your definite chief aim is critical to creating a new level of success for you. If you're looking to create a new quality of life, and where you are right now, you are not happy, then you got to change some things. For things to change, you got to change. For things to get better, you, my friend, got to get better. That's called reality. It's not going to happen. Nobody's going to come out and save you or rescue you. It's up to you. So you have that chief aim in your mind, and you've got to see it as though it's already done. And I want to tell you that you need to visualize that first thing in the morning, and you need to visualize that right before you go to bed. For the simple reason is that your subconscious mind will do the work at night, giving you answers that you're really looking for. How do you need to show up differently? How do you need to communicate differently? What new habits do you need to have? What new strategies that you need to have? Understand that the subconscious mind works 83% of the time versus 17% of the time of the conscious mind in terms of what you create in your life. It's pretty profound when you understand some of these things. Napoleon Hill also talked about auto-suggestion. Today we talk about affirmations. Pretty much the same thing. You know, interesting that the human race is the only creatures that actually have been given two unique things: imagination and choice. And when the challenges of life happen, you got to really decide on what choice is going to serve you and serve, if you're marketing online, your audience a little bit better. You have to be able to show up in a unique way to go up, and understand that anybody who's ever reached the top, it's been an uphill battle. Everybody has struggles. Everybody has self-doubt. So don't think you're unique there. You know, a lot of times we beat ourselves up because we see these other people rank advancing or making more money or having a better quality of life than we are. They're getting there faster. And we come down on ourselves way too hard. That doesn't serve us at all. Most people think about their inadequacies and their fears instead of what they can do or can achieve. And what I want you to do is I want you to shift that. I want you to think about, as Jim Rohn talks about, the law of harvest. The law of harvest is about, you know, making sure that you have good soil. And then you got to plant the seeds, and then you have to nourish the seeds. And then once the seeds start growing, you can reap the harvest. A lot of times people want to make that quote unquote $10,000 a month income, but they're not willing to plant the seeds. They're not willing to till the soil, and they're not willing to fertilize the soil. You know, you got to get that stinking thinking, as Zig Ziglar says, out of your head. You really need to focus on mastering the mundane. When you can learn how to master the mundane, you know, building a business is relatively easy. Number one, it's all about building relationships with people, having a conversation. You know, old school times, you know, we used to meet, you know, at coffee shops all the time. And a lot of people still do that. But with Zoom technology, Facebook Live technology, it's not really required today. It's better to meet people, I think, face to face. But it's not always possible with as busy as people are, especially if you're building an international company, or if you're building a national company. I'm in North Carolina. I can't go for a cup of coffee with somebody in California or Seattle or Denver or anything like that. But with Zoom technology, people can kind of look into my eyes, and I can see them and they can see me. And that's really, really important. And understand this: storms of life are always going to happen. They're always going to happen. You're either entering a storm, you're in a storm, or you've just come out of a storm. And my wife has a saying, and that is, everything is temporary. You know, this too shall pass. The good times and the bad times. So keep sowing. Keep focused on achieving your definite chief aim. Know who you are. And I got to tell you, that's a big challenge. It was for me for a long, long time, is really getting clear on who I am and what I'm about. You know, my core philosophy is built, my core brand is built around three core philosophies. It's around living happy, staying young, and inspiring other people. If you want to read more about that, just check out my bio on Facebook. That's who I am at my core. That's who I want to attract in my tribe. That's who I want to serve in my tribe. See, when you know who you are, you know where you're going, you know how you're going to get there. And the right people are going to be attracted to that. Now, not everybody's going to be attracted to that, and that's totally cool. You want the right people that resonate with you, that want to do the same things that you want to do, to accomplish the same things that you want to accomplish. When you do that, my friend, magic just happens. Now, I have to tell you this, if you've gardened at all, built a business at all, consistency over a long period of time is what makes the biggest difference. You know, you can't have a garden and only weed it for the first 2 or 3 weeks. You have to do it all season long, because what happens if you don't do that? The weeds are going to grow. The bugs are going to get in there. You have to maintain the garden. And, you know, I think it's also really, really important is that you create the discipline in your business. You look at the daily habits that you have, your routines, if you will. When you get up first thing in the morning, what do? Do you visualize the day and how you're going to bring the joy, as Brendan Burchard talks about? or you just show up and go through your day and let the day happen? Or are you very mindful? You might have heard the expression called SMART goals. Um, the S in SMART stands for specific. Here's something that hopefully will make sense to you. They don't sell vegetable seeds. They don't sell vegetable seeds. They sell tomato seeds. They sell pepper seeds, celery seeds, radish seeds, lettuce seeds. They don't sell vegetable seeds. I think a lot of times people, when they set their goals, they make them too generic and unspecific enough. The M stands for measurable. What you can't measure, you can't make progress on. And it's a nice way, if you don't have a measurable goal, to not be accountable, but it's really important that you be accountable to yourself and to your dreams and to your goals. The R is realistic goals. Sometimes people say they want to make $10,000 a month in 90 days, and that's not going to happen for most people. Some people have done it, but most people will never happen. They have to be realistic goals, and they have to be time-specific goals. So you put all of those things together, and I don't have enough time to give you a whole training on SMART goals, but definitely want to make sure that they're specific, they're measurable, they're attainable, they're realistic, and they have a time factor to it. Understand that you can have it all. It might take you a little bit longer than you want. I'm sorry. It's called reality. It has, for me, I've had great runs of success, and I've had challenging times. I've had the storm that totally wiped my everything I've worked hard for out. Company goes out of business. It's like a farmer having a tornado come through their field, wiping everything out, and you start all over, or a hurricane coming and just wiping everything out. But here's what I know is that if you have a burning desire to create a better quality of life for yourself and your family, you will find a way. You will get up when you get knocked down. You will plant the right seeds. You will surround yourself with the right people, and you'll create some success for yourself. You see, that's what I want for you. And I'll leave you just with 3 thoughts. Number 1, find a way to serve other people. Find a way to serve other people. Number 2, be the message of hope. Be the message of hope. Let people know that there is a better way. I love network marketing. Some people hate it. And, I've been in companies that have gone out of business, but I can tell you this. Since our kids were 8 and 10 years old, they've had 2 full-time stay-at-home parents because of network marketing. And today they're 33 and 36. Matt will be 34 soon. And they're amazing adults. Why? Because we got to spend so much time with them. We taught them the importance of personal development and personal growth. We taught them what people think of you is none of your business. Stay true to yourself. People are going to judge you. People are going to talk to you. I don't care what you're about. I don't care what your story is. They are going to talk smack about you. That's okay. That's okay. And the third thing I want to leave you with is to listen more and talk less. Listen more and talk less. When you are interacting with your prospects or your family, your daughter, your son, your parents, your spouse, your partner, your business partners, find out what's important for them and listen. I mean, really listen. You know what I'm talking about. Some people, when you are talking to them, they're looking over here and they're looking up there and they're looking over there and they're not really present looking at you. Be present with people. You do these things, find ways to serve people, provide hope, paint that picture of hope and possibility, and listen. And I believe your world will absolutely change. Love to hear what you guys think about this information and how it might impact you. Leave me a comment below. If you're watching replay, just put replay there. Let me know where you're watching this from. Whether it's on Facebook or whether it's on YouTube or whether it's on my blog or wherever you see this, because it's going to go lots of different places. What I want for you is I want you to absolutely have it all. And I absolutely know that you can have it all. You might need to shift some things. You might need to plant some new seeds. You might need to start hanging around some different people. But you, my friend, can have it all. If I can play a small role in that, you reach out to me. and you let me know. My name's Terry Petrovic. Remember this, you have a choice. Make it a better than terrific day and a prosperous one. Until next time, bye-bye for now.